Hi, welcome. My name's Kailey. Thank you for joining me for a Vinyasa Flow practice. When you're ready, you can join me in a comfortable seat on your mat. I'm going to sit cross-legged to start my practice. If you prefer to lift your hips up onto something, that's great. You can also sit in a little kneeling position as well. Cross-legged, if that works for you, is going to work out probably best as we move on. I have a twist and a side bend planned, but start wherever is going to be good for you. That's perfect. And then take a moment to kind of settle in. If it feels natural to let the eyes blink to closed, you can go ahead and join me with your eyes closed. Otherwise, just softening your gaze, softening the muscles around the eyes, whether they're open or closed. Feel free to shift your weight slightly from sit bone to sit bone. Just finding something that feels kind of centered. Drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Take a breath in, lengthening out for the left side of the neck. And then drag your chin toward your chest as you exhale, finding that flexion in the back of the neck. Bring your left ear to your left shoulder. Take a breath in, opening up to the right side of the neck. And then exhale your chin to your chest. Slowly take your head up through neutral. Blink your eyes open. Inhale your arms up over your head here. Lengthen out to the sides of your body. Interlace your fingers. Press your palms upward. Keep the gaze straight forward, so you're not tilting the chin up, just lengthening every single one of your vertebrae. Draw the abdominals in slightly, big breath in. As you exhale, bring your right hand down by your right side, left arm comes up and over. Really press into your right hand. You can even come onto the right forearm if that feels good. It might feel good to bring a little bit of movement into the head, nodding your chin from shoulder to shoulder. I tend to like to bring some very gentle dynamic movement into still poses so that my body is not clinging to tension. Take one more long inhale, maybe circle out through the left wrist. As you exhale, come back through the center. Interlace your fingers, reach up on a breath in, lengthen from the sit bones all the way to the crown of the head, and then take that side bend over to your left. Feel free to press into the left hand or even to bend to the left elbow, dropping that left forearm all the way down. And check in with the sensations in the right side body as you lengthen and stretch and maybe nod your head side to side. Stretch out, circle the right wrist, big breath in. As you exhale, press back up through the center. Reach the arms up. This time keep the fingers free, breathe in. Bend your elbows, find like a little goalpost shape here as you breathe out. Interlace your hands at your lower back. You're gonna lean forward, so I'll turn to the side here. Take a breath in as you drag the knuckles down, lift the chin up. Shoulder blades are hugging the spine here. And then as you exhale, walk the hands forward in front of your shins, finding a forward fold here. You might be up on your hands, that's great. You might be down on the forearms. Start to send a little bit of awareness into the back side of your lungs. Maybe feeling the breath move the back of the ribs or stretch out to the sides of the ribs. And as you exhale, just allowing the rib cage to soften, the belly to empty. Take two more long breaths there, inhaling, really breathing into the back side of the body. And exhale, relax, release, let go. One more like that, big breath in, maybe even filling the kidney area and the adrenal area, the low back, the flanks there, expanding with the in-breath. Big exhale. You might feel some ungripping through the jaw. When you're ready, walk yourself back up to a seat and then meet me on your hands and your knees, coming to a tabletop position. Got kind of a fun flow planned today, but we're gonna get right into it pretty quickly. So warm up the wrists, circle the shoulders over the wrists a couple times. And then switch the direction of those circles. Start clawing down into the mat with your finger pads and the base of your thumb. Come back through the center here. Tailbone tilts toward the ceiling. Drop your chest towards your thumbs. Inhale as you lift the gaze up. Imagine pulling the heels of your hands toward your knees. Exhale as you tuck the tailbone under. Engage the abdominals, navel to spine, chin to chest. Imagine pressing the hands toward the top of the mat. Back to cow. Inhale. Heels of the hands energetically drag back toward the knees. Drag back toward the knees. Cat pose as you exhale. Imagine that the hands are sliding forward toward the top of the mat. 2 more here, moving with your breath in. Big breath out, so not rushing anything, just warming up the spine. 1 more, cow pose on the in-breath. Last cat, find that rounding in your spine. Come to a neutral spine, tuck the toes under. Press the floor away with your hands and then hover the knees just an inch up off the mat. Keep the back flat, but lift the abdominals up and in. If anything, there might be a tiny tuck to the tailbone, and then step the right foot back and the left foot back. So we've got a little plank walk in and out. Walk it back in, but don't drop the knees. Just let them hover right under the hips and then walk it back out. So find a little bit of dynamic movement, but try and keep the arms and the chest as still as possible. We're here for 5, for 4, nice work, 3. We're gonna take a forward fold at the back of the mat in 2 and 1. Walk your hands back to your feet. Bend the knees generously as you come into ragdoll. You can catch the crooks of your opposite elbows here, find a little sway. Couple nice long breaths. Might feel good to give your head another little shake or a nod to release any tension in the jaw. And then slowly roll it up to standing, releasing the hands along the way. Heel to the feet a bit closer together. Sweep the arms up over your head. Nice long breath in. And then catch the left elbow. Take a side bend over to the right. So press the hips over to the left gently. Anchor yourself down to the knife edge of your left foot. Come back to the center, breathe in, and then swap out that side bend. Catch the right elbow, stretch up and over to the left, root down to the outer edge of the right foot. Take it back to the center, breathe in. Bend your elbows, engage your glutes, little standing back bend. Interlace your hands at your lower back. Lift the chest, lift the chin, wrap in. Hinge forward, keep that bind as you fold forward, bringing your chest to your thighs. Release the bind, walk your hands to the top of the mat, high push-up position. Shift forward onto the toes with your inhale, move anything out of your way. Lower all the way down as you exhale. Walk the fingers about a foot away from the shoulders off to your sides. Press into the toenails and then roll it up into a wide arm cobra. Breathe in. Lower down as you breathe out. 2 more cobra roll-ups here. Inhale, shoulders hug the spine. Exhale, release it back down, neutral through your back. Last time, breathe in, press into the finger pads. And then lower it down as you exhale. Hands plant underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes under. Take a breath in to prepare. And then high push-up, maybe in one piece, maybe you keep the knees down. Big breath in. First downward facing hug of your practice. Move around in any way that feels good here. Maybe you built up enough heat like I did to need to ditch a layer. Pedal out your down dog. Do a little neck and jaw check. And then we're going to prepare for Sturgeon Namaskar A. Lift the heels, bend into the knees, and then walk your feet to the top of the mat. Right into sun salutes. Halfway stretch, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Go all the way up on the inhale. Take it right back down as you exhale. Real smooth to start. Halfway stretch, breathe in. Plant the hands, step back, high plank to low plank. You can go half or all the way down. Cobra or up dog, inhale, press into the hands. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Take a breath in. Press the chest back more as you breathe out. Lift the heels when you're ready. Breath in. Exhale the breath completely. Step or hop to the top of your mat. Halfway stretch. Breathe in. Fold forward and empty. Rise all the way up. Try and finish the breath as you finish that stretch. And then right back down with your exhale. Moving meditation here. Halfway lift. Breathe in. High to low push-up. Vinyasa your way through to downward facing dog. We always skip the low push-up and the up dog or cobra and step straight to your downward facing dog. We meet there. Set your eyes to one spot. Breath in. Breath out. Lift the heels on the inhale. Shift the weight forward. Exhale the breath. Step, walk, or hop to your hands. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Fold forward and empty. Rise with the inhale. This time, bring your hands to your heart. Let your eyes close down. Settling in on an intention for your practice. Maybe just a single word answer to the question, what brought you to your mat? What made you decide to roll out your mat, turn on the video, and connect with your breath and your body. When you're looking for a little bit of strength, a little bit of presence, maybe you just need a pause in your day. Whatever it is, bring it front and center into your mind and your heart. Big breath in, drawing that into your body, feeling all the way up. Open mouth, exhale to offer it up. Blink the eyes open, inhale. Hopefully the yard work isn't too loud here. Forward fold on the exhale. Halfway stretch, breathe in. Feet in downward facing dog. I really love my neighborhood. This is one of the pieces of neighborhood living. There's lots of ambient noise from downward facing dog. Take the right leg up. Bend the right knee, externally opening that hip this first time. Square your chest toward your left leg, bend it to the left knee, ready to lift the left heel if you're feeling any pulling in the back of the left thigh. Point that right knee as high up as you can. Imagine the right leg is floating back to the left to really stretch the front of the right hip and thigh. Re-extend the right leg, breathe in. And then step the right foot forward. We're gonna come all the way to crescent lunge, finding your balance on the ball of your back foot as you sweep the arms up and overhead. Play around with putting a little bend in your back knee and notice if that gives you more access to the left glutes. So that back leg, you want to stay strong there. And then keep squeezing through the left glutes and you can start to play with straightening through that left knee. Big deep inhale. Lightning crescent forward as you exhale. Shift the weight to the right foot. We're going to take this all the way into warrior 3. Reach the arms forward, Virabhadrasana 3. Your option here is to bring the hands to the heart instead of taking the arms forward. Either way, draw the abdominals in and up to protect the lower back. If you've got the arms forward, bring your right arm back by your side. Left arm reaches forward. Long inhale. We're going to find dancing shiva. As you exhale, come on up, but don't catch that left knee. Take it back to that airplane variation. A little wobbly today. Left arm forward, left leg back, right leg, right arm back. Take it back to that dancing shiva. A couple times like this. Finding your balance on that right foot, a little dynamic balance. You can pick a spot for your eyes that's straight forward, maybe a little bit higher than the horizon line. The next time you're up in dancing shiva, let's pause there. Pause in dancing shiva. Go ahead and catch the left outer knee with your right hand or the left outer foot. Notice if you're folding forward here, see if you can lengthen. Heel, right heel, tailbone, sternum, and crown of the head in one nice line. Big deep inhale. Taking this all the way into a revolved half moon. Cartwheel that left hand down, right arm up as you kick back through the left leg. Rotate the torso to the right here. Wrap the lungs around the heart as you exhale. One more big breath in. Step the ball of the left foot to the back of the mat as you breathe out. Lift the chest, keep the arms open. Open arm crescent twist. I'm going to keep that twist to the right. Lift the left arm up. Right hand finds somewhere on the left leg, or maybe right hand comes to the lower back. Breathe in, lengthen the left fingertips up, and then slowly exhale that left knee down to the mat. Stay here, take a long breath, add in a little bit of a back bend, and then circle your hands around your right foot, straightening that right leg out for half split for Hanumanasana. Hang out here for a few deep breaths. Bring your awareness into the sensation of stretch. Wherever you feel it in your body, it's most likely in the back of the right leg, but you could have sensation showing up anywhere. As you notice pockets of sensation in your body, so you can move toward them. Every exhale, ungrip through the jaw. 2 more deep breaths. Breathe in. Stay here for the exhale. Maybe you drop a little deeper. Come back to crescent lunge. Take your time, planting the right foot, coming up onto the ball of the left, reaching the arms up on the inhale. This time, prayer twist to your right. Put the left elbow outside of the right thigh and press the right hand down into the left. One long line of energy from your left heel that's kicking back all the way through that leg and all the way up through the crown of the head. Breathe in. Stay here as you breathe out. We're going to find a one-legged mountain at the top. Lift the left leg, reach the arms up. So you're in a single leg mountain here. Really bring that energy of like solidness into your body, into this balancing pose. Bring your hands to your heart. Figure 4 balance. Send the hips back like you're trying to sit down into a nice soft couch back behind you. On the next inhale, we're going to bring that left knee and arms up. Breathe in. This time, eagle pose. Wrap the left leg over and the left arm under. Hug the legs together. Roll the shoulders back over the hips and then lift the elbows up gently. And as you're working on all of that, can you relax the face? Can you keep the breath smooth? Keep the eagle arms, but start to unwind your left leg into airplane. So eagle arm airplane here. Soft bend the right knee to protect that joint and engage the muscles in that right leg. Keep the eagle arms, but step your left foot to the back of the mat. Eagle arms, warrior 1. Inhale it into a back bend, reaching the fingers toward the back of the room. And then warrior 2, release that bind, opening up to the long edge of your yoga mat. From warrior 2, another bind. Interlace your hands at your lower back, tip the chin up, lift the chest up. Huge inhale, fill your lungs. And then humble warrior, take your time, exhale, exhale, exhale. That right shoulder slides to the inside of the right knee. Be here for a couple cycles of breath. Imagine the crown of the head touching the mat inside of your right foot. Well, my head's not going to get there today. Would really, excuse me for saying so, but it would F up my right knee. If that's the case for you, really just imagine that stretch. You can create in your mind's eye a connection from the crown of the head to the mat. One more breath in. Stay for the breath out. Dragonfly twist is our next posture. Left hand under left shoulder. Reach the right arm up and open. Start to pivot the toes toward the long right side of your yoga mat. As you reach the right arm back, let the hips sag a little bit here. Breathe in. And then Prasarita. I know it's a long flow today. Pivot the toes toward the long left side of your mat. Give your head a good little moment to relax, to release, to let go. Give that right leg a second to Come out of that bend position with the right knee. From Prasarita, walk the hands underneath the chest here. Sweep your left arm up and open. Anchor down through your heels. Big inhale. Hands to the top of the mat as you exhale. Keep the right knee bent. We're going to take it into a wild thing as you rotate to the outer edge of your left foot. Right toes drop. Reach that right arm up. Breathe in. And then chaturanga, taking it through your vinyasa. Stay committed to your breath. We'll meet in downward facing dog. We're going to work through that same sequence on the left. Left leg lifts up. Just this first time, bend the knee, find some opening to the hip. Steer your left underarm down, but point the left knee high. Left leg kicks long on your inhale. Step the left foot between your thumbs, crescent lunge. Just like on the other side, you can do a little check-in. You feel the right glutes firing. If not, bend that right knee, squeeze the right glutes, and straighten the right leg. Try and keep the glutes active. Big inhale. If you need more, look up. Lightning crescent as you exhale. Tilt the chest forward, core is strong. We're going to take this into warrior 3. Circle the arms forward as you float that back leg up. Your option is to bring the hands to the heart instead of reaching forward. Either way, find a lot of space in the lower back, so you're not dumping into the lower back here. Keep that right arm forward, left arm comes back. And we're going to slowly come on up to dancing shiva, but don't catch that right leg. Dynamic movement between your airplane variation to your dancing shiva. This big ujjayi breaths here. You find that solidity in the body, especially in that standing leg. Next time you're up in your dancing shiva, pause. Left hand to the crook of the right knee or left hand to the outer edge of the right foot. Stack the shoulders over the hips, the heart over your tailbone over your left heel. Breathe in. We've got our revolved half moon, nice and slow. Kick the right leg back, bring the right hand down and the left arm up. Rotate the torso to the left. Those of you that need more of a challenge, take your eyes up towards your left hand and try and cover the right hand. Slow motion, we're going to step the right foot back, open arm, crescent twist. Slide the shoulders over the hips here. Keep twisting to the left, right arm up, left hand down for your revolved crescent twist. Slowly, like you're in a super duper slow elevator, lower that back knee down, down, down to the mat. Inhale, find a big back bend here. And then circle the hands around the front foot, straighten out the left leg. Hanumanasana, your variation of the splits. Breathing into your hamstring stretch wherever it's showing up in your body. Option to close the eyes. Connect a little bit more with the sensations in your body. So much of our lives and our day, we're externally focused. Really important to be able to take in sensory input from the world around us. But it's also important to have a skill set that lets us take in sensory information from our own inner world. 2 more big breaths. Relax through the shoulders, the neck, the jaws. You exhale. 1 more here. Crescent lunge, take your time. Pressing off the ball of the back foot. Glutes are active. Look up if you need more. Breathe in. Prayer twist to the left. Left hand presses down into the right. Wrapping the lungs around the heart here. Breathe in. Steady for the breath out, single-legged mountain, arms up, right knee comes up at the top of the mat. Breath in. Figure 4 balance. Bring the hands to the heart. Big hinge through the hips. Really think about sending the hip creases back. You can see my left knee is not very far forward past my left ankle. Maybe if you've got the strength to work on it, you can send that left knee back until it's totally aligned over the left ankle, so it's not jutting forward. All right, bring the right knee up and the arms up. Inhale. Eagle pose. Wrap the right arm under, right leg over. Plugging in through your core so your abdominals are drawing in to support your back here. Keep the eagle arms. Unwind your right leg. Lever it back behind you. Eagle arm airplane. Slowly step the right foot to the back of the mat. Eagle arm warrior 1. Anchor into your lunge in the left leg. Reach up, up, up. Inhale. Warrior 2 as you exhale. Set the eyes over the left fingertips straight forward. This time as you bind, see if you can do the variation of the bind that feels a little weird. So if it feels like you're kind of holding a stranger's hand, you probably got it right. Usually my right pinky is on the outside, so I'm gonna bring the left pinky to the outside. Tip the chin up, breathe in. And then slowly find your humble warrior, letting that left shoulder melt down the inside of the left knee or left shin. Letting the knuckles reach forward. 2 more deep breaths. Find your dragonfly twist when you're ready. Right hand down, left arm up. Pivot the toes toward the long left edge of your yoga mat. Left arm reach toward the back. Let the hips melt. Inhale, sweep it all the way up and around, and then exhale into Prasarita. Feel free to move around a little bit here. Find a little bit of ease in the hips. Take your twist toward the back, anchor into your heels, sweep your right arm up, long through the spine. Breath in. Hands to the top of the mat as you exhale. Keep the left knee bent, pivot the toes forward, find wild thing, rotating to the outer edge of the right foot. Left toes drop down. Press the mat away with your right hand, lift the hips, breathe in. Vinyasa, we will knee up and downward facing dog. And then we're gonna flow through that whole sequence. Breath in motion. Take a cleansing breath when you land in down dog. Huge inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Here we go, right leg, inhale as you lift. Exhale, step through crescent lunge. Finish your breath, maybe take your eyeballs up. Lightning crescent as you exhale. Warrior 3, breathe in. Bring your right arm back as you breathe out. Rise right arm forward, left knee up, inhale. Find your airplane variation, exhale. Couple more like that. I'm not really a big stickler for the number of reps, so see if you can find a pace that feels doable, that feels like a good challenge, where you can balance steadiness and ease. And when you're ready, meet me in your dancing Shiva. Catch the outside of the left knee or the outside of the left foot. Look back at your left thumb, big breath in. Revolved half moon, slow motion, left hand down, left leg back, right arm up. Stay here for your inhale. And then drop the ball of the left foot to the back of the mat. Exhale, lift your shoulders over your hips. Left arm comes up, breathe in. The exhale, slowly lower your back knee down. Stay lifted, take another inhale, add a back bend. And then circle the hands around your right foot as you exhale, straightening that leg into Hanumanasana. Breathe in. Shoulders release as you breathe out. Crescent lunge. Take your time. Come on up on the inhale. Prayer twist, go to the right just for your exhale. Single-legged mountain, arms up, left knee up, breathe in. Figure 4 balance, breathe out, hands to your heart or to your hips. Reach up, lift the left knee, inhale. Eagle as you exhale. Stay here, take a breath in, lift the elbows. Sink a little bit lower into the knees. Unwind the left leg, eagle arm airplane, breathe in. Slowly drop the left foot to the back of the mat as you breathe out. Eagle arm warrior 1 with the back bend, inhale. Warrior 2, release that bind as you exhale. Interlace the hands, huge breath in. Humble warrior, let the head drop. Stay here for a cycle of breath. Imagine the crown of the head getting closer to the mat as you empty. Dragonfly twist, peel up and open, pivot the toes toward the right, reach the right arm back, inhale. Prasarita, as you exhale, walk the hands toward the back foot, lift the left arm. They don't have to go all the way back, breathe in. You might catch your left ankle, and then sweep the hands to the top of the mat. Rebend the right knee, take it into wild thing. We're gonna add a little bit on here, breathe in. Bring that right hand down under the right shoulder. Bring the right knee to the right elbow as you breathe out. A little bit of core work. Back to wild thing. Inhale. Right hand down, knee to right elbow. Exhale. Couple more. Work with your breath in. Exhale, knee to elbow. One more. Open up on the inhale. Knee to elbow as you exhale. Take it back to wild thing. So I guess that was 1.5. Breathe in. Bring the right hand down. Pivot the heels to the right, side plank variation, lifting the left arm up. Take that left arm forward. Find a side body stretch. Press the mat away with your right hand. Long inhale. Square the chest to the mat. Vinyasa through, meeting in downward facing dog. Left leg, right away. Inhale, big. Step through. Crescent lunge, breathe in. Lightning crescent, engage through the core. Warrior 3, inhale. Right arm forward, left arm back, exhale. Rise it on up, sweep that left arm forward, and then kick it back to your airplane variation. Dynamic movement. You can move with your breath, right? Moving on the breath. Or if that feels a little wonky or forced, just be aware that you're breathing. How deliberate, present, and intentional can you be in your body here? The next time you find your dancing Shiva, meet me there. Catch the knee or the foot with the left hand. Tall through the crown of the head, breath in. Slowly transition to your revolved half moon, rotating the torso to the left as you kick that right leg back. Breathe in. Right foot to the back of the mat, lift the shoulders over the hips, keep the arms wide for the breath out. Revolved crescent, inhale, that right arm comes up. Lower the back knee, slow, slow, slow as you exhale. Stay here, take a breath in. If you need more, look up or imagine looking for the back. And then hands frame your front foot. Hanumanasana, holy smokes, doing great. Breathe in. Breathe out. Crescent lunge. Inhale. Prayer twist to the right or to the left, exhale. Right knee comes up, arms come up. Breathe in, find that stability in your body, and then figure 4 just for your breath out. Sit nice and low. Right knee and arms, inhale. Eagle, exhale. Stay here, lift the elbows, lift the eyes, breathe in. Bend the knees a little deeper, squeeze the thighs together. Keep the arms, but unwind your right leg. Eagle arm airplane. Slow motion, I'm struggling a little bit. Step the right foot back. Warrior 1, inhale. If you are 2, how can you support yourself, right? With your mind, with your breath. Warrior 2 on the exhale. Interlace the hands, opposite pinky on the bottom. Breathe in, and then humble warrior as you breathe out. Here we've got a full cycle of breath. Long exhale, let go of some tension, let go of some limiting thoughts. Dragonfly, twist right hand down. Inhale, sweep that left arm back. Prasarita, walking your hands toward your back foot, maybe catching the back ankle. Lift the right arm, inhale. Sweep the hands to the top, pivot the toes forward. Wild thing, here we go. Inhale, big. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Easy does it, use your breath. Wild thing, inhale. Knee to elbow, exhale. 2 more, breathe in. Breathe out. In. Last knee to elbow. Last wild thing. Inhale deeply. Side plank. Left hand down. Heels pivot to the left. Right arm comes up. Reach the right arm forward. Rainbow the spine. So side flexion here. Side bending. Breathing in. High push up and pause. Pause in your plank pose. Walk the toes in. Hover the knees right underneath the hips. So you're in a floating table. Press the hands down. Little bend into the elbows. Straighten the arms. Walk the feet out. Bend into the elbows. Straighten the arms. Walk the feet in. Bend into the elbows. Straight. Walk it out. So this is our little combo. And you can see I'm not going way, way deep in my push-up here. Make it work for you. One more. Keep the legs back, but drop the knees here. And then lift the knees. Drop them all the way down. Lift them all the way up. Lower and lift. Keep the arms straight, pressing the hands straight down, like you're trying to connect your mat with the floor beneath you for 4, for 3. Awesome work. Last 2. Drop the knees all the way down. Walk your hands back to your knees. Have a seat on your heels. Interlace your fingers and then circle out through the wrists. Actually, let's take a padma mudra. So bring the heels of the hands and the inner edges of the wrists together. Fingers are nice and soft. And then you're going to keep some sort of a connection between the wrists through this whole movement, but you're going to rotate the palms. So you're rolling through the wrists here, moving through the elbows and maybe even the shoulders a little bit. Padma means lotus. So you can think when you're up here, right? Little lotus blossom mudra with your hands. For 3, switching directions in 2 and 1. Switch those lotus mudra wrist circles. And close the eyes down. Set your gaze on your hands. For 3, for 2. Hands to your lap, palms turn upright. Meditation mudra, stacking the right palm inside of the left and then taking a little bridge with your thumbs here. Bring some awareness into your posture, into your spinal alignment. So gently letting yourself sit back a bit, shoulders over your hips, head over your heart, heart over your pelvis. The Japanese Zen Buddhist who wrote a lot of poetry. 3 lines that just really resonate with me right now. His name was Dojin. Body like a mountain, heart like an ocean, mind like a sky. Out in a seat. Just for a few more cycles of breath. Considering what might be possible in terms of your own practice or your own life or life in general, if we did in fact have those really wide, vast, open minds, limitless possibilities. So this idea that we can't do something or we're not good enough, or those ideas are really just that, they're just thoughts. we start to entertain different thought patterns. Maybe we can do the thing. Maybe we are enough exactly as we are right now. When you're ready, blink your eyes open. Bring your hands back behind you, swing your legs out in front of you. You can shake out the legs a little bit. Do a little bit of core, and I promise we're going to slow it down and relax. But first up, a little bit of core. Hands down, fingers can point forward or out to the side. Go ahead and shift the hips toward your heels, bend the knees, and then float the legs up to a tabletop position. So you can extend the legs out in front of you. Maybe walk the hands in a little bit, lower the chest a bit. As you take a breath in, stay here, and then exhale, knees to your chest to your knees. So super duper key is not just thinking about bringing the knees to the chest, but think about bringing the chest toward the knees. Inhale, stretch it out. Exhale, chest to knees. Couple more. Maybe you take that active exhale, that pursed lips exhale, for 7, for 6, 5, really squeeze chest to thighs, 4, you can point the toes or flex the feet, 3, 2, 1 more, hold it at the top, hold it at the top. Maybe start to walk the fingers forward. Maybe you bind the big toes with your peace fingers and extend the legs. Same deal here, think about chest to thighs and thighs to chest. I'm probably never gonna get there, but you might end up with the chest and the thighs touching and the feet pointing straight up. When you're ready, slowly bend the knees, bring the feet together. Baddha Konasana, you can keep the big toes bound with your fingers, or you might interlace your fingers underneath the knife edges of your feet, the pinky toe side, make a little sling for your feet with your hands. Big breath in. And fold forward, bringing the chest toward the big toes. Let the eyes soften or close. Let the head drop. Nod the chin slowly from shoulder to shoulder. Check in with your jaw. Are your teeth clamped together? Can you maybe just open the lips a tiny bit here, relaxing the gums, relaxing the muscles that help you chew. You are somebody who clenches or grinds your teeth and your jaw. Your yoga practice is a really awesome opportunity to notice that neuromuscular pattern and start to kind of chip away at it so that you don't end up chipping away at your teeth. One more cycle of breath. Slowly lift the fingers or the hands to lift the chest. Sit on up, bring the knees together. Scoot your hips down a little bit. Bring the right knee into your chest as you lower down onto your back. And circle that right knee real slow. Use the right palm on the right kneecap. Switch the direction of those circles. Feel the right upper thigh, that femur bone moving around in the hip socket. Give your right knee a really good hug into your chest. You can interlace your fingers over the shin. So just straighten that left leg out on the mat in front of you if you haven't already. And then take a spinal twist, guiding the right knee across your body. You can tee the right arm out to the side or cactus it out to the side. Point the nose straight up or nod your chin toward your right shoulder. 3 long breaths. Every exhale, relax through the right shoulder. Let the right knee grow heavy. Come back through center, take a breath. And then bring your left knee into your chest. Left palm on that knee. Go ahead and circle that left knee around. I like to bring my right hand to my right hip, that right hip bone. Switch the direction of the circles you're making with that left leg, just so that I can really move through the left leg and stay stable. Hug the left knee into your chest, interlace the fingers somewhere around that shin. Left knee is pointing more toward your left underarm than your chin here. Start to straighten the right leg on the mat in front of you and then guide your left knee across your body to the right for your twist. 3 deep breaths. Come back through the center. Take a breath. If there's any other shapes or stretches you need before you can come into Shavasana, you can add those along the way. When you're ready, meet me in Shavasana. If you have extra time, go ahead and shut off the video and stay here for as long as you like or need. Otherwise, you can listen for my voice shortly to close together. And spend this time letting your body come back to equilibrium. Maybe, again, contemplating those words. Body like a mountain. Right? Finding that solidity here, that heaviness. Heart like an ocean. And mind wide open like a sky. Stay here just a moment longer. Optional pranayama, optional breath practice. Do a double inhale through the nose and then a long exhale through the mouth or the nose. So it'll be a double in breath in through the nose, another inhale through the nose, bigger, and then a big exhale. 2 more. Start to bring some gentle movement, wiggle your fingers, circle your wrists. Eventually meet me in a seated position. And we'll try out that pranayama one last time here. So finding a seat, bringing your hands to your heart. Double inhale, long exhale. Namaste. Thank you for sharing some of your day with me. If you have questions about this practice or if there's anything that you would like to see on the channel as an offering, please let me know. Otherwise, wishing you the best day possible and all of the wellness, all of the joy. Take care.